Do you have a 35mm camera that takes M42 mount lenses or a mirrorless camera? Then this video may be for you. One of the many things I like about mirrorless cameras and also M42 screw mount cameras are the many inexpensive lenses that are available in the M42 mount that can easily be adapted to most mirrorless cameras. That gives me the ability to try many different lenses for very little investment. Here are two normal lenses that can be picked up under $30, and both are surprisingly good. First is the Fujinon 55mm 2.2. It appears to be mostly plastic construction with 4 elements, which makes it very light. It has 5 aperture blades, takes 49mm filters, focuses to 2 feet, and has full click stops to f/16. It also focuses in the same direction as the Pentax Takumars. Okay, so to go to a closer distance, you turn it to the left. To go back to infinity, you will turn it to the right, just like the Takumars and Nikon's lenses as well. This lens is known to produce soap bubble bokeh, and I only paid $20 for this lens. And just in case you don't know what soap bubble bokeh is, I'll show you an example in a little bit. Okay, next is the Yashinon-DS 50mm 1.9. It looks like mostly metal construction, has 6 elements. It's a little heavier than the Fujinon. It has 6 aperture blades, takes 52mm filters, focuses a little closer to 1.75 feet, and also has full click stops to f/16. This lens focuses in the opposite direction of the Fujinon and the Pentax lenses. So to turn it to the close focus distance, you turn it to the right. Now you will notice this lens is missing the rubber focusing ring insert. And I really doesn't really bother me that much because of the great deal I got on this lens. Actually, I purchased this lens in a bundle with a Yashica camera, 2 Takumar lenses, a wide angle and a telephoto, and this lens for $47. Now, I've seen this lens under $30 with the rubber focusing ring. Okay, so I shot both these lenses on my Nikon Z6 using the Photasi adapter for M42 mount lenses to Nikon Z. This is very inexpensive, this adapter. I think it's about $15. Okay, so the lens very simply screws into this end, okay, and then the adapter, and I'm going to show you this on my Z7 because I'm using the Z6 to film this, and then the adapter attaches to the mirrorless camera. There are adapters for most mirrorless cameras to use these M42 lenses. Okay, so I compared these lenses, both of them, using my standard test setup to a super multi-coated Takumar 50mm 1.4. This lens is known to be very sharp. And I was kind of surprised at the results. Both these lenses fared pretty well. The Takumar is sharper at all apertures, but in the center they're very close. As you go out towards the edges, the Takumar is definitely sharper, but it's not a huge difference. And comparing the two, comparing the Yashinon and the Fujinon, at 2.2 the Fujinon is a little sharper than the Yashinon at 1.9. And starting at 2.8, both lenses are very close in the center, and I would say a slight edge to the Yashinon as we go towards the edge. I like the color balance a little better with the Yashinon. It does produce a little bit warmer image, which I like for most images. So now we're going to look at a few images and see about this soap bubble bokeh thing. Okay, so now we're going to look at some images that were shot indoors. You'll see the Fujinon on the left and the Yashinon on the right. The top image, both lenses were wide open, the Fujinon at 2.2, the Yashinon at 1.9, and on the bottom images, they're both at 2.8. Thing you'll notice right off the bat is that the Yashinon has a warmer balance. It just looks, it's definitely warmer, and I like that look a little better. But both images, I think, are equally as sharp, pretty much. Now we're going to look at cropped versions of the same images you just saw, and you will notice at the top right the Yashinon at 1.9, and those flowers are a little softer, and I think that mainly has to do with the fact that the Yashinon is at 1.9 and the Fujinon is wide open at 2.2. So you have a little more depth of field with the 2.2. All right, now let's look at soap bubble bokeh. Okay, if you look at the again, we have the Fujinon on the left and the Yashinon on the right. And if we look at the bottom left image, that's the Fujinon at 2.2. And I cropped in to the trees in the background, and you will notice these circular areas. You can see them. They look like soap bubbles. They're just almost perfectly round with kind of a white highlight around the edge, almost like it's highlighted in white around the edges. Now we're going to look at the Yashinon at 1.9, and I call this soap bubble bokeh with the question mark because although it has the look of the soap bubble bokeh, the bubbles are not round, they're more elongated. So is that soap bubble bokeh? What do you think? Okay, so in conclusion, for the money, these lenses are hard to beat. So which one is better? I think I would take the Fujinon. I like the bokeh a little better. It's light as a feather and takes the same 49mm filter size as my Takumars. But then again, the Yashinon is a little sharper, better made, and takes 52mm filters, the same as my Nikors. But you know what? They're so cheap, there is no reason not to own both. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tap that bell so you'll be alerted anytime I come out with a new video. Also, see the description below for links to some of my videos on other manual focus lenses. Okay, so thanks for watching. I publish a new video every Wednesday morning. I'll talk to you then.